Hello and welcome to your mini flow. I'm ready. This flow will actually be doing some standing poses and a sun salutation. So, if you are feeling like you're having a rock star day and you're like, I'm ready to do some light movement and getting my body flowing, this class is going to be perfect for you. I would say in my first trimester, I've had more days of not feeling ready to do this. So if you're feeling like I'm ready to do this, then I'm so excited to do this with you because the movement helps so much, whether it's a little or maybe like what we're going to do today. I don't want it to scare you either, like I said. We're just going to do a couple standing poses and a sun salutation just to get your body moving and flowing. And of course, if you need more, you are more than welcome to check out any other of the yoga flows that we have. And I'm going to start slowly adding more onto this practice as well. But like I said, talking too much, let's get started. So, we are going to get started on our backs. We're going to have the soles or the bottoms of our feet touching and our knees wide, rolling onto our backs. Knowing the closer you have your feet towards your sit bones, the more intense of the hip opener it's going to be. So, depending on your feeling on your hips today, if you need a little bit less hip opener, pull your feet away from you. Okay? Seeing where it lands for you. Let's place a hand on the heart and hand on the tummy. And finding a few rounds of breath. Letting the breath just be natural here. Giving your time to feel the space around you. Maybe send some love to your belly and love to yourself. When you're ready, take an inhale, reach the hands up over the head. And exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Wrapping the hands around the shins, rocking side to side, giving yourself a little back massage here, leaning in any spaces that need a little bit more love. We will extend the left leg long and keep that right knee tucked in. Option here to flex the feet if you want a little bit more of an active flow, or if you just want to point the toes or let them be relaxed. You have the freedom to do so. With the right hand, opening up that hip and that knee to the right side of the mat. Still keeping the hips and the shoulders square here. I like to place my hand on the hip just to check in with it. On your next inhale, bring that right knee back through. Bringing the left leg in and extending the right leg out. Like before, option to point or flex the toes or let them be relaxed. Hugging that knee close to the chest. And then peeling that left knee open towards the left side. Like I said, that right hand on the hip can help keep that hip rooted. And breathing into your hip space on the left side. When you're ready, bring that knee through center, hugging both knees in again. And we'll gently rock up and down the spine, coming up through a comfortable seat and meeting in a tabletop position. Like I've said in some other classes, cat and cow have been literally my favorite thing during this first trimester. So taking an inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the head, tilting that tailbone nice and high, and And then exhale, press the ground away, rounding, tucking the tailbone and the chin to the chest. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the head. And exhale, press the ground away. Let's do one more round. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the head. And exhale, pressing the ground away. Coming through that neutral tabletop, we'll tuck the toes, set the hips up and back, and go into your first downward facing dog. You can pedal out the feet healer, melting the heels one by one, bending the knees, maybe bending both knees and pressing the chest towards the thighs. Finding about 2 more rounds of breath here, having freedom in your movement. And finding some stillness, we'll take an inhale up onto the toes. Bend the knees, step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the hands up, root to rise. And exhale, hands in prayer. Sweeping the hands up, we fill up your body. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift. And fold. Root to rise. Hands in prayer. Sweep the hands up. Maybe we look up in between the hands. And exhale, fold. Option here to go through a vinyasa or meet in a downward facing dog. If you'd like to do a vinyasa, hitting a high plank, lowering down onto the knees, and then onto the tummy. Inhale for cobra, keeping those elbows pinned. Exhale, rolling down, tucking the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg's gonna sweep up, and then you're gonna plant that foot right in between the hands at the top of your mat. Dropping that left heel down, either parallel to the back edge of the mat or at a 45-degree angle. Squeezing the thighs, inhale. Rise the arms up to frame the ears. We're in Warrior One. So in Warrior One, our hips are as close as they can be, trying to keep the hips square to the front of the mat. If it's a little tricky for you, you can bend that back leg. Taking an inhale, we fill up. Exhale, sink into that right leg. Feeling your power here. One more inhale. Exhale, side out. Finding length on an inhale. Exhale, stepping to the top of the mat, reaching up, filling up. And exhale, going into chair pose. So your feet can be wide or they can be close together. Knowing as wide as they are, the more stability you'll have underneath your hips. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you heel toe those feet a little bit closer. In this chair pose, engage the core, tuck that pelvis in, arms framing the ears. Having the weight more into the heels here. Taking an inhale. Exhale, sink the chair. One more inhale. And exhale, hands down to frame the feet. And then step back for a downward facing dog. If you want more movement here, option to go through your vinyasa. Shifting forward, lowering down. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, lowering down, tucking the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Lifting that left foot up, stamping it in between the hands. Dropping that back heel, rising up. Arms to frame the ears, sinking into that left leg. Warrior one on this left side. Again, seeing if you can keep those hips nice and square. Maybe you find a bend in that right leg. Taking another breath in. Exhale, side out. Taking an inhale. Then stepping up to the front, taking an exhale. Then inhale, we reach. Exhale, sinking into our chair. Finding that feet width, whatever feels best for you. Tucking that core in. Taking an inhale. Exhale, sinking your chair. One more inhale. Exhale, fold. Stepping into your downward facing dog. And then option to shift and go into your last vinyasa. Once you've completed your vinyasa, coming down onto your back. Keeping your knees into your chest. Arms will come to a T. Taking an inhale. And exhale, drop the knees over towards the right side. You have the option to look over the left fingertips. If you need more, that right hand can grab that left knee and you can pull it closer towards your chest. Bringing your knees back through center, dropping them over towards the left side, looking over the right fingertips now. Once you've settled, seeing if you need a little bit more, that left hand can grab that right knee, going closer towards your chest. Knees back through center and extending the legs and the arms, going into our final pose of Shavasana. Allowing yourself to take up as much space as you need here. The palms can be down to ground yourself, or they can be up to receive energy. The hands can also go anywhere on the body, wherever you want to be most connected. Take an inhale, filling up. And exhale, side out. Letting the toes and the feet open up. Letting the hips relax. Unclenching the jaw and letting the tongue fall back. Resting the eyes in the space in between the eyebrows, allowing yourself to release any tension there. Giving you some time for some peace and some gratitude for yourself. Knowing you can be here in your Shavasana as long as you need to. The light in me